In a matter of seconds, the atmosphere changed. Comments flooded the screen, speculation swirled, and one big question hung in the air. What exactly was going on? That night, the entertainment world seemed to pause, just to talk about one single moment. The video was simple. No dramatic lighting, no specially designed background music. Just two famous figures sitting together at a dinner table, having a casual conversation. But that very simplicity was what made it feel so real and so intriguing. It didn't take long for the video clip to spread like wildfire. Within minutes, their names were trending. Fans began tagging each other, reposting, and even analyzing every second of the footage. What were they talking about? Why did they look so comfortable? And most importantly, why were they together? Many said it was just a normal dinner. Two coworkers who happened to meet and spend time together. But was it really that simple? In the entertainment world, almost nothing is truly coincidental. Every encounter can have a deeper meaning, hidden behind smiles and lighthearted conversation. Some fans began reminiscing about their past interactions. Interviews, events, and even still cuts that might have once seemed ordinary are now being reanalyzed with a different perspective. Some say their chemistry has been evident for a long time, but it's just never been widely recognized. Meanwhile, others are trying to be realistic, arguing that the two are professionals in the same industry. Meeting for dinner could be about a new project, a work discussion, or simply building a good relationship as fellow actors. However, the expressions in the video are hard to ignore. There are moments when they laugh together, as if no cameras are rolling. There are also small pauses in the conversation that feel too personal for a casual encounter. It's little things like this that fuel speculation. Many have also begun comparing their gestures, the way they sit, the direction of their gazes, even how often they look at each other. Everything becomes the subject of seemingly endless analysis. The internet has turned into a collective detective space, where everyone is trying to find answers. On the other hand, there are also fans who choose to enjoy the moment without over-theorizing. For them, seeing two favorite figures sitting together is enough to brighten their day. No complicated explanations are needed, just a simple feeling of happiness. But of course, mystery is always more intriguing than certainty. And when there's no official clarification, the room for imagination is even wider. Everyone is free to create their own version of the story, filling in the gaps with assumptions and hopes. Some sources have even begun linking this moment to a possible new project. Are they being paired up again in a drama? Or perhaps they're preparing for something bigger that hasn't been announced to the public yet. If so, then this dinner might not be just a casual meeting. It could be part of the strategy, a prelude to a big announcement that will surprise everyone. And if that happens, then this simple video will be remembered as the beginning of something bigger. However, there's another possibility that can't be dismissed. One that's making many even more curious. What if this wasn't about work at all? What if this was a private meeting? A moment that shouldn't have been public, but was accidentally caught on camera and went viral. If that's true, then we might be witnessing the most honest side of two figures who are usually under the professional spotlight. Fan reactions are divided. Some are fully supportive, hoping that this relationship is real and develops. There are also skeptics, choosing to wait for clearer evidence before believing the circulating speculation. Interestingly, the more discussion there is, the fewer definitive answers there are. Each clue actually opens up more questions. And perhaps that's the real appeal of this moment, the uncertainty that keeps everyone talking. In a fast-paced world, where information comes and goes in seconds, it's rare for a moment to linger in the public's attention. But this one is different. It lives on, evolving, and sparking endless discussion. Was this just a coincidence? Or the beginning of something bigger? The answer may not be known anytime soon. And perhaps that's precisely what makes it so compelling. One thing is for sure, this moment has left a powerful imprint. Not just as a viral video, but as a story that entangled the emotions, hopes, and curiosity of millions. And now, the question is yours. After seeing all this, after hearing all the possibilities, what do you think was really going on behind that dinner? Because sometimes, the most interesting answers aren't the most obvious, but rather the ones that remain hidden, waiting to be discovered. And that's precisely where the true power of this moment lies. When something isn't fully explained, the human mind naturally tries to fill it in. Every little detail becomes important, every movement feels meaningful, and every possibility feels worth considering. Some fans have even begun comparing the timing of the incident to their own previous schedules. Was this a long-planned meeting? Or a spontaneous decision in the midst of a busy schedule? Things like these may seem trivial, but for those who follow every step of their idol's career, even the smallest details can be big clues. On various online forums, discussions are heating up. Some are compiling timelines, others are collecting visual evidence, and some are even trying to read facial expressions like body language experts. All are done with one goal in mind: to understand what really happened behind the scenes. But amidst all the speculation, one thing is often forgotten. These are ordinary people. Behind the spotlight and immense popularity, there's a private side they may want to protect. And perhaps that dinner was one of the few moments where they could feel normal. Ironically, it's precisely because of their status as public figures that such a simple moment has become something extraordinary. Something analyzed, discussed, and even debated by many who weren't actually there. This also demonstrates the powerful influence of social media today. A short video can change the atmosphere, create a narrative, and trigger a wave of emotions on a massive scale. In an instant, two people having dinner can become the center of global attention. On the other hand, this phenomenon also demonstrates the deep attachment fans have to their idols. It's not just about liking their work, but also about their personal lives, happiness, and even their possible relationships. And perhaps, among all the theories and conjecture circulating, there's one thing that's actually the simplest yet least realized: that not everything needs to be explained directly. Sometimes, a moment is enough to be enjoyed as it is, without overly interpreting it. But of course, curiosity is part of being human. And as long as there are no definitive answers, this story will live on. It will continue to evolve, change, and perhaps one day unfold in ways we never expected. Time will pass, but this moment doesn't seem ready to be forgotten. Every time this topic begins to die down, something always revives it, whether it's a new video clip, a different perspective, or simply a comment that goes viral again and sparks renewed discussion. Interestingly, the longer it's talked about, the more alive this story feels. It's as if the public has become part of an unfinished narrative. Everyone is waiting for the next episode, like the next episode of an untitled drama. Behind all this, it's also possible that these two figures had no idea what the impact of their simple encounter would be. What, to them, was likely just a casual dinner, turned into a global phenomenon that continues to be discussed endlessly. And herein lies the paradox. The more they remain silent, the greater the curiosity. The lack of clarification actually creates a wide room for interpretation, leaving everyone feeling like they have the most plausible version of the story. Perhaps one day, the truth will be revealed, whether through an official statement, a new project, or even another moment accidentally caught on camera. But until then, all we have are small pieces that are being pieced together to form a bigger, less than complete picture. And until that day comes, one thing remains certain. That simple dinner has become a mystery that has captivated the attention of many, leaving a trail of curiosity that is difficult to completely erase.